Most tourists coming to Russia visit only Moscow and St Petersburg, but they are not real Russia. These cities look like Europe. However, just in a 2-hour drive from Moscow, you can find a real architectural gem. A city that saved the atmosphere of old Russia. Here you can see unique buildings that differ from anything you could see not only in Europe, but in the world. We are in Gorokhovets, the city with the history and architecture Russia should be proud of. Gorokhovets is a small town and has a population of just 12,000 people. It has preserved wooden palaces with carved window casings and many decorative elements. Such houses were popular in Russia in the 19th century. But the architecture in Gorokhovets is unique, because the local rich people wanted to stand out and build something special. They competed with each other, who could build a more splendid house. The craftsmanship of Gorokhovets woodworkers was known throughout the country. For example, look at this green house. It was built by the local manufacturer Shorin. He ran a shipbuilding yard in the town. At that time, it even produced the largest oil-tanker barge in the world. His palace combines different styles, from eclectic to pseudo-Russian style. The house is asymmetrical, and the two turrets differ. Here is another house with distinctive architecture. It was also built by Shorin for his relative. Now there is a library here. This is a house with mermaids. It belonged to a local deputy at that time. Interesting is that people still live there. This building is made in the classical canons of Russian wooden architecture. Unfortunately, the old canopy was lost. Now there is a hotel here and a restaurant. Besides wooden buildings in Gorokhovets, there are many preserved stone houses from the 17th century. You can even stay in a room in a 17th century hotel. At that time, Gorokhovets was experiencing a rapid economic growth, and the richest merchant families appeared. The reason was a very advantageous position of the town on an important river trade route from Moscow to eastern Russia. Local merchants made fortunes by trading various goods along the river and invested a lot in the city. Before that, people here built ordinary wooden houses. But from the 17th century, stone chambers became fashionable. There was a merchant family that especially distinguished themselves, the Yershov family. Here is their first house. This building looks impressive even now, and now imagine how huge and rich it was in those days. It was the first stone building in Gorokhovets. In the Soviet years, the building was abandoned and actively destroyed. But in the beginning of the 21st century, a local entrepreneur bought it and turned the building into a hotel. Many religious buildings were also constructed on the money of the Yershov family. For example, the monastery for women, the monastery for men, the Blagoveshchensky Cathedral, and the Voskresenskaya Church. And this is how another Yershov's house looks like. It was a large-scale building for those times. It even reminds me of a castle. There are thick walls, small windows, and heavy ceilings. It's said that there are even underground passages, so that in case of danger, people could leave the house. Now there is a museum here. By the way, the original oak gates are also preserved. It's a masterpiece of wooden architecture. Here are the houses of other rich merchants of the 17th century. There are also old red brick buildings in the town. Their style is very different from the rest. During their construction, decorative elements of Western Europe were used. It seems to me that a similar style of houses can be seen in London. Gorokhovets is a very nice town, worth visiting. It's included in the tentative list of UNESCO. There are many historical buildings here, but it's not popular among foreign tourists. I hope that the city will be able to preserve such an important heritage. If you'd like to learn about other interesting places in Russia and in the world, subscribe to the channel, like the video and write a comment so that more people would know about this place. See you!